Hello, good afternoon. This is Bashir Ahmed from BWPS Education Consultants. Today we are doing a live session with Birmingham City University. I have the pleasure of having Mr. Yang Bong, who's the regional manager of Birmingham City University, and also Mr. Mizan Ahmed, who's responsible for Bangladesh. We are going to cover various different topics today, such as January 2021 course offerings of Birmingham City University, important deadlines they have for January intake, application processing time, English language requirements, academic entry requirements, if they offer any internal English test, any scholarships they're offering for January intake, and COVID-19 update. Just to shed some light on who we are BWBS Education Consultants, one of the largest UK university representative agencies based in the UK. We have global branches worldwide, including South Asia. We have 4 branches in India, in Mumbai, Hyderabad, Gujarat, and Haryana. We also have our branch offices in Pakistan, in Lahore, in Nepal, Bhaktapur, in Sri Lanka, Colombo 5, and in Bangladesh, we've got 2 branches, one in Dhaka and one in Sylhet. We also have presence in Africa, in Ghana and Nigeria. So this is our overview. We offer various different services for international students, such as free one-to-one admissions counseling, scholarship opportunities, fast-track application processings to get quick offer letters, internal English test arrangement with our partner universities, personal statement writing guidance, credibility and visa interview preparation guidance, visa application assistance, accommodation arrangement, and airport pickup. Now I will pass it on to Yang or Mizan to have a presentation about Birmingham City University and introduce Birmingham City University to the audience. Off you go.
Thank you very much, Bashir. Like Bashir introduced us, my name is Mizan Ahmed, the International Officer for UK International / Bangladesh as well. And Yang, you want to just introduce yourself?
Yep, thank you, Mizan. I'm Yang, Senior Regional Manager for Birmingham City University. It's great to see all of you online today with BW Solutions today.
Perfect. So what I'll do is I'm just going to share my screen now. Have you guys, can you see it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we obviously represent Birmingham City University. A lot of you may know Birmingham City University. We're located in Birmingham, which is the second largest city in the UK. Here is our lovely pictures and obviously who we are. So let's talk about what is Birmingham. Okay, so the main thing is realize where Birmingham is. A lot of international students may not know where Birmingham are. We're actually located right next to London, about 1 hour, 20 minutes away. We're a very central location and easy to travel across the UK. As you can see on the map, we're pretty much central to everything. So if you want to go to Liverpool, Manchester, anywhere else in the UK is very easy to get to. And also, like I said before, it's the second largest city in the UK. A lot of universities are based around the city centre as well. So we are the city with the youngest population in Europe. What that means is a lot of students do prefer to come over to Birmingham to study. There's a lot of opportunities in Birmingham to study as well as work. So this is something that attracts students from all over the UK, all over the world to come over to Birmingham to study. And it's also, as it's the youngest population in Europe, it gives everyone a chance to go to shops, go to restaurants, bars, pubs, whatever you're interested in. We have something there for you. It's a very growing economy. Recently, we have the new HSBC Birmingham in headquarters. Basically, I've come over from London to Birmingham. And obviously, we have the new PwC offices as well. What that shows is the opportunity in Birmingham is ever growing. It's the second city of UK. A lot of people might think it's Manchester, but it's actually Birmingham. It's a very growing city. We're improving the city every year. We're adding more things into the city, adding more transport into the city, making the city more accessible for people to come over to live and explore the city as a tourist attraction as well. So BCU, we are obviously located in the city centre, so we're based in the heart of Birmingham. What that means is we are not far to get to from your accommodation or wherever you stay in Birmingham. It's very easy to get to. We have 4 faculties across the university. The first faculty is ADM, which is Art, Design and Media. The second faculty is BLISS, which is Business Law, Social Science. Third one is CB, which is Computing, Engineering and Built Environment. The last and finally is Health, which is Health, Education and Life Science. What that shows is we have pretty much majority of the courses that you will be looking for. If you want a course, most of the time we probably do have it. We will have it. It's just about learning what kind of stuff that you want to do, and there is a course available for you. Most recently, we were 7th in the UK for employability. What that means is majority of our students who have studied in BCU have gone on to work within the first 6 months of graduating. Why is that? Is because we have a dedicated team that come and help you gain more experience, gain that knowledge on how to improve your skills way before you even go for your actual interviews. They sort out your personal statements for you. They sort out your interview techniques. They introduce you to our industries as well. So this is why we are number 7 in the UK for employability. Majority of our courses, if not all, are accredited. So we're very proud to announce that we are platinum standard for ACCA. Majority of the students are going to be looking to do ACCA programs, and why would you go to anywhere else if we are platinum standard? That just goes to show that all our students have done amazing in the course. The tutors are amazing. They're very good, helpful tutors there for you. Also for architecture, we're RIBA, so that's the Royal Institution of British Architects. It means that if you graduate with us, you can actually go straight into work as well. We're accredited by CIPD, IET as well. So there's a lot of accreditations for all our courses. So just a rough look about our faculty. We have invested £6.5 million this year into improving our facilities. So the reason why we've done that is because when you actually study, we don't want you just to study behind a book. We want you to actually experience what the real world is like. So for example, law, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, we have invested into creating a law court. So you have the magistrates courts and you have the normal courts that are actually based in the city centre campus. So while you're studying with us, you actually can practice becoming a judge or becoming a lawyer or solicitor, whatever you want to do. You can actually practice that in front of your classmates. And this is something that we are very proud to actually offer you as a student. Also, we have the largest green screen in Europe, which means that we have BBC coming to Birmingham City University using our green screen for their programs as well. So this is our university. We are very proud that it's a brand new university, only open in the city centre for the last couple of years. All the facilities are new. Like you can see, it's a very open university, different floors, very colourful, very red, very big, very bright for our students to study at. It's a university campus. That's one thing that I want to make you all aware. It is a brand new university campus as well. So this is our inside our campus as well. So you can see you have various pods where you can work on your own, you can work with your teams. So we do offer a lot of facilities for students to actually work alongside of each other with your projects, or if you just want to do your own private study, you do have that as well. On top of that, you want to socialize with friends, we have that opportunity as well. So this is just a rough view from, it's like a bird's eye view pretty much of all our campuses in the city centre. So you can see where Curzon building is, that's the main building where you will be studying your business law, art and design courses. You have Parkside and you have Millennium Point for the CV courses. And University House is where BCUIC are located, which are our international college. And this is where me and Yang actually work as well.
How big is the university in terms of sizes?
Yang, would you know about spec-wise?
Wow. That's the first time I heard this question. Sorry.
It's
It's
a very
big.
big one.
It's big enough. Right?
It's
It's
big
big
enough. Yeah.
Yes,
Big
big
enough to fit 24,000 students.
Yeah, exactly.
24,000.
Yes,
Okay.
if not more.
The reason I asked this question is that a lot of students, they don't actually know where they're coming before they actually come to UK. If they
Yeah.
are coming to London, they're probably coming to a satellite campus with just one building. So I just want them to understand that BCU is, is not such university. They are very big and with
Yeah.
multiple campuses and, a proper university experience.
Yes, of
Yes.
course. Like I
That's
mentioned,
right, yeah.
we are a university campus, so we are not a satellite. We're not on one floor of a multi-story building. We are actually a full university campus. So if you are, worried about where you're going to come, look at this slideshow right now. This is the full Birmingham City Centre, and it shows you all our campuses across Birmingham City. So our main campus is obviously City Centre campus. We have the School of Art, we have the School of Jewellery, and we have the City South campus. It all depends on where your class is going to be. Majority of them are in the City Centre campus as well. So you can see just by looking at that, you're located by train stations, you're located by restaurants, bars, pubs, everything that you want is located right on your footsteps. And the blue little icons are the accommodation, which I'll go into in the next slide, but they're all located right next to the city centre campus, meaning you won't need to worry about finding out where to go, looking at Google Maps, getting out of the house about 2 hours early just to find where you are going to go to get to university. It's all there on your footsteps. All you got to do is just walk it there. So this is why we are very proud of being located in the city centre. Talking about accommodation, we do have accommodation, like I showed you before. We have over 2,000 rooms available, and first-year students are pretty much guaranteed a spot. It just makes it easier for you to come to our accommodation to stay local to the university. If you don't have any family or friends in Birmingham and you are a bit unaware of where to stay, it's always better to stay at the university campus. It's a very safe and secure home. All our halls have CCTV coverage and also 24-hour security patrols with the West Midland Police as well. So you'll see that you feel very safe where you stay. It's shared kitchens and living area. Laundry facilities are available, but you will have your own ensuite room, which is entirely yours. So you won't need to worry about sharing a room with anyone else. All you need to worry about is sharing your kitchen space and living space. That's it. As long as you know how to cook, it's all good. We would say accommodation cost roughly about £5,300 to £7,000. It just depends on which accommodation you book at. It's a 51-week contract. Obviously, prices go from 6,000 to 7,000. So these are our accommodation.
Any COVID cases in the university accommodation?
Not that I know of. I don't think there. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of stuff in the media saying that BCU, University of Birmingham, Aston have had cases, but I mean, to be fair, I've not heard anything yet. I don't know if you've heard anything, Yang.
Yeah, not that I know of. Not that I know of. Yeah.
This is one of the main worries of the students, especially their parents, actually. So we're just trying to highlight that, whether the university they're coming into are safe enough in terms of COVID pandemic.
With our accommodation, we have expert cleaning teams that come in and clean pretty much all the communal areas. Obviously, your own private area, we're expecting you to do your own cleaning and make sure you're safe and keeping that social distance. And you're obviously with your bubbles anyway. So, as long as you're keeping yourself safe and you're not doing anything outside the rules, you should be fine.
Yeah. And we are keeping students within bubbles, like Mizan say. So they're not to mix outside of their study bubble. So classes that are like usually 150 or 200 students, will break them into classes of 12 and 15. So that will be their bubble where they go to school. That is their bubble. So that if there's any cases, it's easier to track. So we're trying. The university is doing all that they can to make sure that students are safe.
Great. Great news.
I mean, just looking at the slideshow now, I mean, these are our accommodation roughly around the city centre campus as well. We have our own university locks, but obviously there's some private institutions that, such as Jennings Court, Stamford House, Bagger Street as well. These are private institutions where the students can stay, and it's like I said, it's walking distance from the university. And you can see that the facilities that are provided are very big, very bright, and very nice places for you to stay at. We don't just give you a room and that's it. We give you everything that you need to survive during that period of time. I'll talk about the entry requirements in terms of English. I'm aware that you're doing a UK international one, so it could vary and depends. We'll go into that a bit different depending on what kind of they've studied. But in terms of English, we do our own English test as well. The fee is £35, but obviously can be refunded to students that do enroll with BCU. This is all done online. You could do the IELTS test, you could do the IELTS indicator as well. We are offering all students a scholarship of £1,500, regardless of GPA. Doesn't matter if you got a third class, second class, first class, you're getting £1,500 for your master's course in January.
Mm-hmm.
And the fees are, well, I'll show you the fees in a bit. But yeah, that goes to everyone. For September 2021, obviously, we give a maximum up to £2,000, or depending on your GPA. So undergraduate fees at the moment, £12,800. Like I said, so if you come for January and you study a master's, let's say MSc International Business, that's £12,800. We would automatically give you £1,500 scholarship. So if anyone's good at maths, that's about 11,000. How much is it, Yang?
300.
Yeah, 11,300 on the top of my head. So that's amazing. If you get a master's for £11,300, absolutely fantastic. And obviously going over to September, the prices will change, but we give up to £2,000 for a scholarship. Just to let you know,
sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
£2,000 scholarship, is it applicable for any?
Sorry, Bashir, I can't hear you. You're a bit muffled.
The scholarship up to £2,000. How much is it for January? Is it 2,000 or 1,500? Because we got
no. For January, it's guaranteed £1,500.
Okay, so is there a flat rate of scholarship?
Yes. So doesn't depend on your GPA. Even if you got third class, second class, first class, we would automatically give you £1,500 scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the up to 2,000 is probably applicable for September.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah.
ACCA programs we don't give scholarship for, but our scholarship ACCA is very affordable at the moment as well. Is it about £1,000 now, Yang?
Yeah, it was 1,200 per paper.
Yeah.
So usually they need to come for at least 4 papers.
Yeah.
4 to 6. Yeah.
Yeah. We also do
1,000. 1,000. What was it, Yang? Sorry, I missed
1,200
per paper.
per paper. Yeah, per paper.
All right.
We also give a prompt payment bursary as well. So if you can pay pretty much all your fees straight away before enrollment, we'll give you an extra £300 scholarship on top. So that could make your master's into £11,000. You know, to get an MSc for £11,000, even an MBA for probably about £13,000, it's amazing. I think it's probably very affordable for a lot of students, and you're getting a fantastic price. So these are the international fees and scholarship for 2021. If you do MA Fashion Management, obviously you get £2,000 automatic scholarship. Luxury Brand Management, £3,000. And obviously we've just gone underneath to give you our pre-sessional courses as well. So we are offering, so you'll have the summer pre-sessional coming up in May, all the way up to July. That will run you straight over to September intake. So this winter one has already started. So we are looking for people to come on to the pre-sessional for summer. So we do a 16-week, we do a 10-week, and we do a 6-week. It all depends on your GPA, on your IELTS score. So if you do want to do any of the pre-session courses, we do have that running.
the pre-sessionals, so are they going to be face-to-face from May onwards?
At the moment, it will be online still. It will be still online, which is easier because they don't have to pay for visa. They don't have to pay for accommodation. They just have to pay for their tuition fee. Yeah.
Right. So at the moment, but when talking about summer pre-sessionals, are they still going to be online?
With the planning at the moment, we are doing online. Yeah, but if things get better, we will consider face-to-face. But just because we need to promote this earlier, so our commitment now is to do it online, and we've been doing it online today. This whole year, it's been really, really good. Almost, I believe, 100% passing rate so far.
Yeah.
Of course, that is based on the performance of the students. But yeah, it's been really good. So yeah, we have 2 sessions depending on the timing of where they're tuning it from. So if they're far from East Asia, they can join us in the morning classes, or if they're in South Asia, Middle East, they join us in the afternoon classes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So, no worries. Just to briefly give you an example of what we mentioned before about ACCA programs. So this is how it's broken down. Obviously, we don't do the F1 to F3 papers. We expect our students to come at least exempt from them 3 papers. But the rest of the papers, roughly about £1,200 per paper. If you look at the strategic business leader, it'll be 2,400 because it's 2 papers in one. So yeah, I mean, we're very, very affordable compared to other universities, most likely, like in terms of how much they charge for their fees for ACCA. And obviously, many of our staff members are leading bodies such as Institution of Chartered Accountant in England and Wales. And also, we have previous students who have studied ACCA and now are teaching our ACCA programs as well. So it just goes to show that we do offer a lot of help in terms of growing your skills.
Mm.
Okay, this might be a bit. Yeah.
In terms of, we get a lot of questions about ACCA because I think Birmingham City University is probably one of the few universities in the UK offering ACCA.
Yeah.
So do you have something for the audience to present in terms of entry requirements for ACCA specifically?
I can talk about it. Yeah. So for students that want to do ACCA, they need, like Mizan already said, they need to have F1 to F3. So that's the fundamental 3 papers. Students can get the fundamental 3 papers from a few ways. One of them is to take the 3 papers exam by exam. Other ways are through exemption. So ACCA works with a lot of other organizations like AAT, or they might be doing accounting and finance diplomas, or they might be doing accounting and finance degrees in their home country. So how do they know whether they have the 3 papers? Is if they've studied accounting in one form or the other, they can submit it to ACCA website, and ACCA will come back to tell them how many papers you have exempted. So if they have already 3 papers, they can join us from F4 onwards, or some students might have more than 3 papers, so they join us on the remaining papers. I do need to mention at the moment, ACCA is not qualified for the post-study visa, but however, if they finish their ACCA and they want to join us for a master's, or they want to join us for accounting MSc or MBA, then that will be a route to be qualified for a post-study work visa. But because ACCA by itself is not a degree, it's a professional exam, students will not be qualified for PSW at the end of their study.
Okay. And the durations of the classes?
So depending on how many papers they enrolled on, so 4 to 6 is about a year, 6 to 8 is about a year and a half, and then there's the longest one, which is 8 to 11. But 4 to 6 and 6 to 8, it will be a more likely offer that we will make. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And that's £1,200 per paper.
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So has the presentation ended?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Good. I have some specific queries before I take on the audience questions. January. So the courses that are currently being offered, how does a student know what courses are being offered? I know, but I'm just asking on behalf of the audience because this is the question many people ask. How do they know which courses are running in January? Is it available? Is there a specific way to know it?
I would say if they want to know, contact BWBS. That's the way to know. But of course, Bashi and the team is very expert and in what we have. So make sure you contact them. The contact details are below. But at the same time, we also have all the January/February courses on a webpage, which we can share on the chat. Can we share on the chat, Bashir?
You can, and then I can post it after the session, just so.
Okay. Yeah. So we will share the January courses list. We have a lot of courses open up for January this year, obviously because of COVID-19 and how it has impacted studies. So we push forward a lot. So I will just put it in the comment section. Oh, there's a lot. I put a private chat section, and then maybe Rashid can share it with
Yeah.
the rest of the team.
If you want to show the screen, you can also do. But yeah, I like the first answer. Contact BW. That's what I want. Yeah, that's why I asked the question. So thank you for that. The main reason for asking this question is, as compared to many other partner universities we work with, there's only a few courses in other universities in January. But it's fantastic that the course offerings of BCU is one of the biggest strengths that I have seen. A wide range of courses which many students are not aware of. I just wanted to highlight that BCU has a wide range of courses because majority of the courses are run in September in all the universities. So they will barely get some universities that have various different offerings in terms of courses in January. But BCU is one of them. They have one of the largest pool of courses that are offered in January. So that's one thing. What is the application deadline? How quickly the students need to submit applications? Because this is one of the major challenges we face when we talk about a BCU application. And would you like to stress the importance of it, that they need to submit applications because Christmas is coming? And what are the deadlines?
I would say as soon as possible. We don't exactly have a deadline, but the quicker you submit it, the more chances you will get a response as soon as possible. Like you said, we have so many courses available in January, meaning a lot of students are applying for all courses, meaning our admissions team are very busy turning around applications as quick as they can. The last thing we would want you to do is wait for December, for example, and then apply, and then it might be a bit too late. So I would say if you have an interest in any of the courses, just apply straight away. Contact BWP, get the application in straight away, and at least then you've done your bit. It's down to us to get your offer out and everything else out for you, but get the application in ASAP.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the students who are actually applying to other universities as well as BCU, they would know that there is a huge delay in application processing by majority UK universities, and this is one of the biggest challenges nowadays because of the introduction of post-study work and the large volume of applications that are coming in. But still, some students are really, really frustrated. So do you have this application processing turnaround target, or how quickly they can expect a decision?
We say at the moment, Yang, would you say about 3 weeks for South Asia / UK international?
Yeah, about 3 to 4 weeks at the moment because of the volume. Yeah, but we will try our best. We'll try our best to process it. But like Bashir said, it's a high volume from South Asia across all universities in the UK, which is great news. And we're really excited to know that students in South Asia wants to join our university. And so from our end, we are trying our best to turn around. We also just recently added more staff in our team to make sure that we can process it as quickly as we can.
And obviously, just want to touch on that because everyone's working from home as well. It kind of causes a bit of a delay. Roughly, when we are in the office, it's not much of a delay because the network's a lot more better. it's just because of circumstances at the moment. There's a bit more of unexpected delay, I would say.
Yeah. Thank you for that. You please use online English test. I'm sure this is very popular. What's the structure of the test? Is it 4 components, or I mean, would you like to expand a bit more on this, please?
Yeah. So our English test is online now, and it's structured in a way that is very similar to IELTS. Very similar. So the testing parts are very similar. It's based on the 4 components. The marking is also based on the same way, which is the IELTS of 9. Therefore, it's easier for us to tell you what we need, and the test results will mimic that. So we're asking for most courses 6.0 across all 4 bands with 5.5 as minimum. Some courses will ask for 6.5, but our test, once you finish the test and get your result, will tell you exactly 4 components. What are they in each component?
So are they exactly mapped with IELTS? Like, how is the score?
Yeah, it's mapped, and I would say similar. I wouldn't say it's the same, but it's similar. And the good news is, we actually, if you are interested in taking the test, we have mock tests on our website. Right before you book your test, you can see, you can do some exercise to understand how do we ask the questions, how do we assess your English level. Yeah.
Is that can they know it in advance, or it's just before the test?
No, it's on the website, so they can look at it anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to IELTS, so yeah. It's a fantastic opportunity, especially in the light of COVID, because in many countries the test centers are closed.
Yeah.
Common query students ask.
Yeah.
How much is the cost of this English test?
It's £35, so it's definitely cheaper than IELTS.
It's definitely cheaper. I think it's the cheapest in the UK.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So a fantastic opportunity.
We know a lot of students are preparing for IELTS, or you're very used to the way IELTS is being accessed. So our test will be very suitable for you, because we access the way IELTS access, because there are multiple tests out there, but we mimic IELTS, so that over the years, maybe you have already prepared towards an IELTS test and how it's accessed. Our test will be very suitable.
Fantastic. Thank you. In terms of COVID-19, the common question from most of the students: how is Birmingham City University addressing the COVID-19 pandemic, and what measures have been taken, and how you can assure prospective students in relation to COVID?
So I'll just touch on that. So when we went into lockdown in March, obviously the university shut down, everyone went home. Like yourself, you probably shut down your office and you went home. We opened up in July. Was it July, Yang, or was it June? I think it was June.
June, yeah.
June, yeah. So we opened up in June, mid-June, just to invite a certain amount of students to come back in. So what we did was we did one-way systems. We provided hand sanitizers, masks, everything around the university. And what we did was we invited up to 1,000 students who were not vulnerable, but they didn't have the right technology at home to do their studies, or they were final year students that needed that bit more attention. So they came back in, and it actually worked really well, because what we did was we put down the sizes of the classes to about 10 to 15. Rather than having massive 30 to 40 students in one class, it became to little social bubbles, basically. And now what we're doing this September, we're obviously doing a 1 week, 1 off and 1 week on system. So a lot of students come in 1 week, they're studying, the other set of students are staying at home doing online as well. So this is what the university have implemented. And like I said, we're offering all the help that we can, all the masks, all the hand sanitizers, all the washing equipment, everything that you need as a student, we will give that to you.
Very good. Thank you. One final question from my side, and I'll start taking the questions from audience. There's been a recent change in immigration rules. There is a new student route has come into force from 5th of October, I guess. So is there any major changes that the students need to be aware of in terms of recruitment?
I think So we knew the student route was on the way. I'm talking about the post-study work visa. So the change in the tier 4 to student route, to student visa, there's not much of a big change to me. All the requirements are pretty much the same. In fact, there's a slight change in financial requirement, actually, a small increase in financial requirement. But yeah, I think the main difference is at the end of the course, you will be eligible to apply for the student route visa, which is allow you to stay back for 2 years. And Home Office has introduced this last year, but there was more confirmation coming this year to say that because of COVID, as long as you are here by April 2021, physically here doing your course, you'll be eligible to apply for the student route visa. So I think that's the main difference. Be very interesting. I think certain markets are very excited about that. And we are very excited about that because this gives students the opportunity after you study to be able to, practice what you have studied and get some working experience. I also want to highlight while I'm talking about that is that we do have placement options for a lot of our master's courses, especially January. So as you come to do master's, you can choose the placement option of already as part of your master's to do a placement, so that when you finish your master's, you're not only going into the working world with a degree, but also with a working experience. So BCU has a list of placements option, which is also on that website for January, February. You can see that some of our courses have the placement option. Not everyone wants to do that. Some might want to finish their course as soon as possible and get into the job market as soon as possible. That's entirely up to you. But I'm just saying that we do offer that option. So that's what I wanted to add on from the question.
Yeah, as said, one of the biggest strengths of BCU for January intake is they've got a wide range of course offerings, which I have now posted on the comment section. So if someone is interested, they can check which courses are offered. Obviously, we can help as an agency as well. So do contact us. The contact details are down below. I'll start taking the audience questions. I'll show them on the screen one by one. Whatever we got. So the first question we've got is this. Hello, Young Bong. Okay. I have applied in MSc in Big Data Analytics with professional placement for January. Applied on more than 1.5 months, still no offer. Why the university is so slow? So yeah, application delay. Sorry about that.
No problem. 1.5 months is a bit out of our turnaround time. So I'm just worried that it might be miscommunication or whatnot. But if you could maybe email BW Business Solutions and we can get back to you on that. Actually, I got your ID. So if you can just drop an email so that we can get back to you, that would be very helpful. But usually it's not 1.5 months. Unless there's any documents that we've requested. So do check your email. Usually by 1.5 months would definitely have been. If we haven't made you an offer, that means there's something that is missing, whether it's your IELTS or maybe it's something that we're still looking for or seeking clarification. So I've noted down your ID, student ID, and we will get back to you. But if you can drop us an email, we can get back to you with that information. Is that okay?
I hope so. Yeah, Moshiu, we'll try our best to get your offer quickly, but there must be a reason, as Young is saying. But, if you drop us an email, or obviously Young has already noted your application ID, so he's going to personally look into it and get back to us. In the meantime, if you want to drop us an email, you can also do that. That could accelerate the process.
Is there a best email to contact you, Bashir, for Mashir?
Yeah, Bashir.ahmed.
Okay.
BWB, which is on the system, yeah. So
okay.
Bashir.ahmed@bwbsolutions.co.uk. Right. Hope you got your answer, Moshiur. Next question. Okay, so let me show some compliments as well. Thank you, Hamza. Thank you very much. We are cooperative. Yeah, that's what we specialize in. So thank you for that. Next question. It's a very big one, covering my whole face. So, Young, I submitted my spouse filed 2 others of my friend through BWBS. I have some query. In your website mentioned your MSc Data Analytics with placement course is 23 months. You also send an offer of 23 months. Therefore, I paid my payment. Now you're telling the course is 18 months. One of my friend is waiting for 40 more days for offer letter, but no response. To get cash, 28 days matured. Statement required only. Please give further advice. So basically, the application delays the first concern, and second one is the what do you call it? The course duration, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I think 40 days is slightly more than a month. So maybe don't share your student ID on the Facebook page, but please email BWBS, email Bashir the student ID, and then we can check what is the status of your application. In terms of the months change, yes, I also recently informed that the 23 months has become 18 months. So yeah, I think that the faculty has decided to do that to shorten it. So I think the decision now lies to you whether you are happy to accept the 18 months or you like to look at other options. But I think unfortunately the faculty has decided to shorten the 23 months to 18 months, and I think that's updated on our website as well. Yeah.
Okay, so there's probably a mistake on the website which has been rectified now, and it's a faculty decision. So
Yeah.
It's a faculty decision, so we don't have control over it. So if you want to go ahead, you can. If not, then we can look at other options for you. But the course will be 18 months. I think all courses, like placement-based courses, all of them are 18 months, or it's just different?
Let me just clarify. I think every course is slightly different, but depending on what course they apply for, some is 15, some is 18. We just need to check through the website. Actually, the websites are all rectified, like Bashir said. So apologies for the initial 23 months. There must be a reason why they shorten it. Maybe they feel like they have more confidence in finding placement if it's a shorter period. Maybe I'm not too sure. But like Bashir said, it was a faculty decision. So we do apologize for the changes.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for that. Next question. Can someone join with ACCA if he has 3 years bachelor degree from Bangladesh? Also, English language requirement, can I still apply with Duolingo?
Well, the thing is, you need to do your ACCA first anyway, before you even apply to a university that you want to do ACCA. You'll have to submit your transcripts out to ACCA, and they can give you your exemptions. If you are exempt between 1, 2 to 3, then we can look into this. But I don't think with a 3-year bachelor's from Bangladesh you can do it. I think you will need 4 years, definitely. And it depends on what course that you're studying in your bachelor's. If it's accounting or finance, for example, then maybe it should be okay. If it's business or marketing or management, then maybe not. So it all depends on that. Duolingo, we don't accept Duolingo anymore. We accept only IELTS indicator, obviously the IELTS as well, and the BCU English test as well.
Okay, great. Similar type of
questions.
Yeah. You're able to see the comments, Yang, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Applied same application number is given. Waiting for the offer. It's for MSc Public Health.
Content. Yeah. They can offer if you consider this will be okay. I will check as well. Shiak. But if it's below 4 months, that is pretty standard at the moment. But I will check to see. Okay. So if it's below 4 months, we just have to wait. But if I see that it's after
4 weeks,
sorry, 4 weeks. 4 weeks. If it's after 4 weeks, I will raise it with our team. But it's within 4 weeks. Please bear with us. But that just re-emphasized the importance of putting your application as soon as possible. Okay, so we are in the 2nd week of November. There's still time to put in your application. Please contact BWBS to put in your application as soon as possible. And if we see from 4 weeks from today is about beginning of December, that's still great. But if you can imagine, if you give us at the end of November, then there's a long Christmas break in the UK, so it might cause problems with your application. So I would say put it in as soon as possible, ideally this week or maybe next week. But either way, visit www.bwbsedu.com for more information.
All the work. There is a compliment from another student as well. BWBS is doing the best. So thank you for that, Abdullah Tanin. Thank you. Next comment. If someone don't have IELTS, but component in English, in this, I'm not very sure what he's asking. In this case, if it's possible to get the CAS if passed your English test, some university says if students pass internal English test, they will issue unconditional, but actually not. So I think what he's asking is whether the BCU English test would be accepted for unconditional, first of all, or I think he's also asking whether if he's got one component below the required level, will he be able to get CAS with the BCU's English test?
If he was to do the BCU English test and obviously achieve what's on the conditional offer, depending on the course that they want to study, let's say, for example, 6.0 with no less than 5.5 in the BCU English test, then yes, we can accept that. If you do have a component which is below, unfortunately, we can't accept that, because this is not just a university requirement, this is a UKVI requirement as well. So they need to understand it's not just from the university, it's from when you apply for your visa, you need to supply these documents as well to show as part of your visa application. So yeah, unfortunately, you do have to meet that exact criteria with your English score.
Say, for example, if someone has IELTS but low, but later they do BCU test and they pass the test, that should be okay.
Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. We can accept that.
Yeah. So I think this is his question. If someone don't have IELTS but competent in English, so maybe someone doesn't have IELTS, but we do have the option for BCU English test. If the student passes that test, CASs will be issued, given that you fulfill all the other conditions.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think there is a new rule for 10 points in the CAS for English as well. This is part of the rules on the new student route, which is now altogether 70 points, and 10 points is for English language. Am I right? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but the requirement for the English was always there, so it's just a different way of assessing your points. But in terms of how you get that 10 points, is either you get your IELTS or you pass the university's English test. So either way, universities have the power to recognize an English level, and we do that through our tests. So you get that 10 points by either getting your IELTS or you get it by passing our BCU test.
Okay. Thank you for that. So BCU English test is accepted for issuance of CAS, and obviously university has the flexibility of writing how they have assessed. So when they have said that they've assessed, that means they've assessed, and it shouldn't be a problem in relation to visa, I guess.
Yeah. So our access method is through our BCU English test. So it's quite a robust way to access it. So yeah, it's no questions.
So the next question, how long does it take to get offer letter?
We're working towards a 3 to 4 week period at the moment. This is why we said before to get your application in as soon as possible. If it is taking about 3 to 4 weeks because of the workload and the demand in terms of applications coming in. So unfortunately, it is taking about 3 to 4 weeks at the moment.
Okay. Mustafizur from Bangladesh, applicant ID. It's been almost 1 month. I have applied. Same issue, I think. Yeah. So Young is probably going to note down the applicant ID and will help you later. And obviously I will communicate this to you as well through personal email where we are with your application. I'm not sure whether you have received an offer. No, you've said that you haven't received. So it's almost a month. Obviously, 3 to 4 weeks is the general expectation nowadays, as confirmed by Young and Mizan. And hopefully you are, very close to that 4 week period. So you should be receiving something shortly.
Yes.
Young, anything you'd like to add on this?
Yeah, exactly what Bashir has mentioned. If it's for 4 weeks already, you are very close. But either way, I will check to see how far off. So our admission team is So you can understand it as like a production line. They're working through about 3 to 4 weeks behind. So if you submitted 4 weeks ago, it's going to be your turn soon.
Yeah. Thank you. I think there is in relation to the English language requirement, there is a common myth, and not actually myth. It's a speculation, I would say. A lot of agencies in Bangladesh and other countries, they're telling the students that there's no requirement of English, no IELTS required, and blah blah blah. So agencies like us who give proper advice, they face a lot of challenges. Obviously, someone without IELTS, high chance of visa rejection. So but I would like to emphasize to the audience that please do not be scammed. Without a proof of English, you would not be able to come to UK. It is not possible. English language requirement is a requirement, and universities will assess this. So it could be IELTS, it could be one of the other tests that are accepted by UK universities, or it could be their internal English test. But without the evidence of an English language qualification, you would not be able to come to UK. So do not get fooled by those consultants who are saying this.
Yeah.
Right. And there's also 10 points for English language now. So you should check that as well, what they're saying, whether it's actually matching with the UKVI requirement.
Yeah.
Right. Next question. What about Duolingo? No, it's not accepted anymore. I think.
That's right.
Not accepted. Next question. Many of Indian students are pure vegetarian. Will they get food of their choice? I think he's talking about accommodation. Accommodation is something, you can check the details on the accommodation page, what is included, what is not included.
Yeah. But I think I just want to add on to that. We have a huge Indian population here as well. So vegetarian restaurants and takeaways are too many. So don't worry about your food. We actually are also where the Balti curry was originated from. It's in Birmingham, and now it's world famous. So we have a huge heritage of Indian cuisine and vegetarian cuisine and takeaways and restaurant. Of course, then we have our market and so on and so forth. A lot of South Asian market. So you buy your ladies' fingers and things like that. Is it called ladies' finger? Do you understand?
Yeah, okra,
and things like that you don't get in the general main supermarkets. We have plenty of that. Too many, so don't worry. Okay.
Yeah, and Birmingham is UK's second largest city as well. So if you go to one corner of Birmingham, you definitely get it. So big city, so you will definitely find some vegetarian food there. Yeah. Thank you. It's the same person humbly requesting for the offer. I think you've noted down right before.
Yeah. Which I remember. He hasn't told me when did she apply by or he applied, but I will check. I'll check.
Yeah. Okay. Next question with ACCA. Can I ask you, if I exempt for 3 papers and join from 4th paper, would I be able to get 20 hours work permit with visa? Yeah. So he's asking about the work right for ACCA courses.
Yeah, I think yes, as long as it's a tier 4 visa. So you'll be joining us on a tier 4 visa, you will get 20 hours. Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing ACCA or whether doing another degree course.
Yeah. But the difference with ACCA, I just want to re-emphasize, is that the post-study work visa or the student route visa does not apply to ACCA students. Okay.
Yeah, I think he got it confused in that way. He got the work permit and the PS. Yeah. So see, Sahrul Chaudhry, these are two different things. ACCA, if you do ACCA and after that you're applying for post-study work, that wouldn't be possible. Yeah, but if you do ACCA and you want to work part-time, as accepted by UKVI for international students, you are able to work part-time whilst you're studying ACCA at BCU.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. What is the initial deposit?
So we normally ask for minimum of £1,500. So this is after you receive your unconditional offer. After everything's been done, you get your unconditional offer, you submit a deposit of minimum £1,500. But we would say if you could, possibly up to about 50% of your tuition fee, it just makes it easier for you with your bank statements later on. And for you to come over to the UK, it just makes it easier, less hassle for you. But on the CAS, it would say, on the offer, it would say minimum of £1,500 deposit.
Yeah. I want to build on that point, because the amount that you have paid, the university asks for 1,500, but whatever amount you have top up will be on your CAS, statement. So when you apply for visa, the officer that access whether to approve your visa will see the amount on your CAS. Yeah. So the more you pay, it's not a rule, but the more you pay, the more confidence that the person assessing it feels that you're a genuine student. So we always advise you to pay, as much as you can, for it to be reflected on your CAS, which will be used to apply for visa.
Yeah.
Thank you. Same person asking, what is the deadline? There isn't, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, there isn't, but there is a CAS deadline. Which, let me find the CAS deadline for. So depending where you're from, Prashant, I don't want to guess your nationality, but if you're from Pakistan, it's a shorter one. It's a closer. So the Pakistan.
Indian.
Indian. Okay, so Indian CAS deadline is actually 15 January. But there's the CAS deadline. So by that time, you need your unconditional there. You need your deposit ready, everything ready by then. So don't work towards that. Work towards December or application now. Get your offer by December. Pay your deposit, and then the CAS deadline is 15 January. Okay.
Yeah. Are you able to put the camera a bit down? I think your face is covered with the text. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, that's better. Now, yeah, everyone can see handsome and young.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Admission. So next one. What is English requirement?
What is an English requirement? What is so English requirement, like we talk about, I'm just covering all bases, okay? So if you're asking what is an English requirement, it's a requirement for you to join a course. If you apply to study here, both the university and Home Office wants to know that you have the English ability to be able to study in English. That includes writing, reading, listening, and speaking. But what is the exact English requirement for Birmingham City University? Is usually IELTS 6.0. So if you do IELTS, there's a scale, 1 to 9. 6 is what we're asking for, with no band below 5.5 for most courses. Okay.
Right. Good. Yeah, I think if you're from India, then obviously there is exemption for the 12th grade.
Yeah, I think he's asking 10+2, so that's the standard 12.
10+2, yeah.
If 5% in your English, we can accept you for without IELTS. So if you get 65 in your standard 12, you don't need to do any English test. We can accept that.
65%, right? For is it same for undergraduate and postgraduate?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, so that person very upbeat about. Yeah, so Young has noted down.
Yeah, it's the right one. Yeah, I got your number.
Yeah. Compliment Gurpal saying very informative session going on. Thank you, Gurpal. Yeah, and then after that, I posted this just to confirm again. Here you can go and check the January course list of Birmingham City University, which Young has sent through private chat. So that's that. Already sent an email. I think that's we've covered this. So this
More
is the
sure,
delay,
yes.
yeah, the delay one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
1.5 months.
Yeah, I will pass this email to Young, and then we're gonna have a look at that. Thank you for your patience, Moshir. Same compliment from another person. Very useful session. Thank you very much, Ahmad Madani. Next question: did you change the course fee as the course is 18? I think that's the same person. Yeah.
Let me see.
It's about the CAS. 28 days mature statement required, or only statement for CAS?
Please tell us about CAS 28 days mature required or only. Abdullah, the course fee is 14,100, so it's the same fee. It's the same fee if you want a placement. And please tell about CAS 28 days mature statement required only, or required or only statement. I'm trying to understand that question. If we're saying, do we need bank statement for 28 days? Yes, we do need financial statement for 28 days. It needs to be a live bank account, and it needs to be under your name or your parents' name, your mom and your dad, not your uncle, not your auntie. It has to be your name. If it's your parents' name, you need to prove it by your birth certificate. And it needs to be there for 28 days. What is the total amount? It's the total amount of your remaining tuition fee plus the living expenses. Okay? Your remaining tuition fee and living expenses.
Yeah, I'm also not sure what he's asking actually. 28 days mature statement required or only statement for cash? Yeah, whatever it is, but I think, yeah, you know that you will need a 28 days mature bank statement for receiving cash. Yeah.
Yes, for receiving cash, yes, we will need that, yes.
Yeah, okay. Compliment once again. Thank you, Sheikh Poli. Very humble, love to be this. Thank you so much. Next one. My IELTS just expired, and due to COVID-19, I can't book the test. Do you think I can use my IELTS for processing my application? If it's just expired, yeah. What's the?
I mean, if it's expired, you can't use it for your visa application, unfortunately. It would need to be a valid IELTS score. But what you can do is still apply for the university. But what we can do is try and get you into an internal English test online. Maybe if you can't book another IELTS test, maybe we can try and get you booked onto an internal English test. But definitely put in your application. Don't wait for that to happen first. We can give you a conditional offer on achieving an English score.
Okay.
That's right.
And there's BCU internal English test. So yeah, so
Yeah.
you can make use of it. If it's expired, you can always use that. Yeah. Next question: is there a pre-CAS interview?
No. There's a pre-CAS form which we will send out to students that they will need to fill out and send the documents back to the CAS team. There's no such interview, like you won't need to speak to anyone, like a proper interview kind of thing. But there's a form that you will need to fill out and send your documents to.
Yeah, thank you. And finally, with the compliment from Abdullah, thank you so much, Abdullah, for the compliments. I think the question and answer session ends here. So I would like to hear the concluding remark from Young and Mizan.
Yeah, sure. I mean, working with BWB has been amazing for the last couple of intakes. So they are very helpful people. So if you are interested to apply, please do submit through BWB. We are always here to help you out as well. But we work very closely, like you've seen in our session today. Hopefully there'll be more sessions coming up in the future as well. If there's any questions that you want to ask regarding the courses, entry requirements, anything, please do get in touch. But thank you very much, Bashir Bhai. Thank you very much for hosting this event for us today. It's been very useful for me, definitely.
Thank you, Mizan Bhai. Young, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I second what Mizan say. Definitely recommend all of you to use the services from BWB Solutions. I do want to say thank you very much for your patience for those that already apply. We are experiencing high volume, but we definitely appreciate your patience with us. I've jotted down those that need to follow, and I will follow up. And if you haven't already, please give your emails to Bashir so that she can pass it to me for us to come back to you. Okay. But thank you very much for joining us live. And also, is this going to be on your Facebook account continually? Bashir?
Say again, sorry?
Is this video going to be live only, or is it going to be on the video on your?
No, it will be on our Facebook page. So if you go there, it should be available.
Great. So hopefully you see this before end of December, and then there's still time to apply. Okay, if you see this in January, apply for September.
Yeah.
One quick question. There's no main take, I suppose, right?
No.
Is there any possibility, given the large demand?
We will know soon, but at the moment, no news about it yet. No news about it.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for participating this live event, and I will be signing off now. And once again, just apply quickly before the Christmas. For January intake, we lose a couple of weeks because of Christmas, so it's very important that you submit your documents and application through us, so we get you quick offers, because it's already delay, and which is experienced industry wide. It's just not BCU, it's all the universities. So the sooner you apply, the higher the chances are for you to get the offers quicker and then come to UK quicker. And thank you once again. Have a good day or evening wherever you are. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Stay safe, everybody. Stay safe.